guys, welcome back to the Matrix of Life channel, and I promised to make this video long ago for Harry Styles fans, and I kept procrastinating because here I will be talking about things about not easy to talk about such things, especially taking into account how much all of you love Harry and wish him everything the best. But every picture of him you send me, I just want to highlight this, contains some warning signs, and not easy to talk about such things at all. So I just kept procrastinating in making this video, and postponing this discussion of difficult things and things which you maybe might not like to hear, because a lot of you even hear comments like, look, he gonna get married next year or in 2027, or well, so much so far looking at his pictures, I wouldn't be bad even $1 on this. It's like same, to bet that I gonna marry a sheikh with 10,000 camels, something like this. It's total absurd, but this total absurd from point of view, from my analysis of his pictures, each and every of his pictures contains warning sign which have one or another nature. I want you to understand. So guys, please forgive me because English not my very native language, but I will try to explain how I see this. And we will start, I've picked to analyze and show you with at least 4 pictures of him. Even though I analyzed many more, but I don't want this video to turn and be boring for you to listen, because I can go with 100 of his pictures like this, and believe me, a lot to say about such horror stories at some of his pictures that, few books could be written. Anyway, we're gonna start with his picture in a blue sweater and some sort of egg or a chicken with egg on this sweater we see, or maybe some other creature, but to me it reminds a chicken, just little chicken. If you take a look at this picture which on the screen, you can see by his right side, at the right, you can see a bookshelf, very heavy one with a lot of books, and you can see a egg-like toy with 2 dots, 2 eyes, but no mouth, like a face, like a smile face, but with no mouth, just 2 eyes. What does it mean? Always, when we looking at the right side at any picture, it shows us what's going on at maternal side, maternal karma. What we inherited from our mother, grandmother, at our mother line, and so on. So all our lineage from our mom's side, all our ancestors, what sins they committed, what they did wrong. And here a lot of made wrong. And really very difficult to, especially for those who just first stopped by a video like this about signs and symbols and how I am analyzing signs and symbols. And I'm analyzing them already for 10 years. I have experience with real clients, real feedbacks, and this everything. So I know what I'm talking about. And here we have this heavy bookshelf, and at the last shelf, this bluish toy with no mouth And this toy color so much looks like Harry. And you see all these shelves above, so much pressure on him from his mother's side, from his maternal side, from his maternal karma of all the bad deeds were committed in his lineage by his mom's side. Okay, so much karmic violations there. And this all like heavy pressure over him. And what's interesting that this egg-like toy, bluish one, which of course it's Harry, it represents Harry just by correlation of colors of his outfit with this toy. So he's silent. He isn't sharing this with anyone. He is so much silent. Shut it up about this. He is silent and he will be silent. His mimics as well, you can take a look at this smile, not kind of natural. It doesn't look natural to me. Maybe it looks natural to you, so you can sort of leave me a note in a comment that, well, to me it looks natural, like natural smile, but to me it doesn't. So pressure, it can represent, the such conviction, like mom knows better, because all these books and cliche pressing over him, over this toy. Huge pressure, confirmation sign of pressure and manipulation from mom's side. We can say like not only from mom's side, but pressure from all the ancestors from his mom's side, okay? We're not talking about a lot of people. We're talking also about 7 generations of people who can be dead. So this we're talking in terms of karma. And man in his lineage, maternal lineage, were always manipulated by females. Here we can see heavy manipulations related to mother-son relationship. You can see this pink figure at the calendar or stand or picture of a man. Pink figure, sort of, and some sort of dark shadow or dark something. I can't say what this exactly is, but it reminds me a dark host, a dark tornado as well over him. And above him we can see sort of confrontation of a bit pinkish and black dark figures as well. So, and behind his right shoulder, right there, we can see a man in a dark outfit, in a black outfit. And this is already, to me, enough, more than enough confirmations about pressure, about dogmas, about atmosphere in which he was raised. Sort of mother knows better. Shut up and do how we said you to do. This could be passed maybe even from grandmother by mom's side. Just shut up and do as it was said. This sort of behavioral lines represented at this picture. So that's really, really, really difficult. We have here 3 confirmations of heavy karma. Like this very heavy bookshelf with a lot of dogmatic stuff. We have this pressure of a bluish egg toy, because all the shelves above, and at the top even some bottles as I see them. Then second confirmation, man in a black outfit behind his shoulder. And this shoulder related to his relationship with mother and entire ancestral lineage, because they passed, this picture shows clearly that they passed him to go through karmic lessons. They were not They were not able to accomplish, to pass karmic tests. So all these karmic tests, all these books passed down to Harry. From his mom's side, all the mistakes repeated in generations, and I'm sure they were repeated in generations, passed down to him. And it requires a lot of work, not only with psychologists, because some psychologists, they're very, let's say, they know zero about karma. They're not able to show you karmic relations of what you have in your life and how you created this in your life with your own hands, with your own actions. Psychologists are not able to show you these correlations. Only karmic healer is able. And here's so many, things like, which horrify me. And we can see, but this is related already to paternal side. A man and his head sort of cut it a bit. No connection to, no spirituality. Not interested, male in his lineage, not interested in spirituality. This is a pattern and problem from paternal side, but from paternal side, what's good? That they passed him ability to earn good money, to create money, to attract. They passed him, let's say, what we call good financial karma. From that side. And to create good financial karma, not necessarily you should be very spiritual person. So, but some problems with spirituality. Anyway, we're not talking about this. Now we move into next picture of him. And this picture, again, we see the right side overloaded by a very dark, how we called it, sort of wardrobe, some wardrobe with a mirror over it. And you can see on this wardrobe, you can see a boat, sales boat, a fish, sort of installation, maybe purse or bag over some ways, but to me it looks like a head with a brain, and really totally messed brain, like brain out of your physical head. Brain out, brain is out. This reminds me, this installation next to boat and fish. And right after this installation, which I called for my analysis like a crazy weirdo brain, and next one is a globe and a box for money or jewelry or something like this, and some painting as well, just a little bit of painting. But you can see again, right side overloaded with really heavy stuff, and presence of such heavy furniture, heavy objects at your right side indicates heavy maternal karma, which is chasing you. And here Harry kept his hands in his pockets, and it almost looked like, on this window, the background of this dark window, to me it looks like really his hands are cut it, like he is without hands even. And over his right shoulder, again, remember previous picture, I told about right shoulder, and this what I call in my analysis, I call this confirmation sign. We can see, again, dark painting. In previous picture, that was a man in black behind his right shoulder. Now we have very black painting, and even more on this painting we can see crystallized image of an eye which is constantly looking over him. So constant observation, control of his actions. So from maternal side of life, and we can see some to me this window reminds, like in cells, some bars or something. So relationship with his father sort of blocked behind the bars, like he separated himself from his father and put him sort of behind the glass and bars. And about the relationship with mother, it's shady. We can see interesting shade in the corner of it. Also, this framed picture over his right shoulder showing us importance of maternal opinion, which actually not always right. Why it's not always right? Because of this installation which we had, which reminds brain on a crazy brain, let's say. Crazy brain. So judgments and dogmas may be passed down to him from this side, not always healthy and helpful. Anyway, and as you remember from my previous videos on symbols, signs and symbols, those who haven't seen it yet, you can go check a playlist. Moon and all moon-like objects, they always represent mother at our pictures. And here we see again some presence of mother behind this brain, like mother taking control over his brain. And what else we can see from here? What are values, let's say? Values at maternal side of his ancestors, what they valued? They valued, because this brain, it's sort of on the top of the vase, this object which reminds us of brain. It's at the top. So it's over the globe. Control. Conquering the world. Traveling somewhere. Conquering the world. Fish represents money. Money is sort of among values. Most important values on this. And this box, which I believe for jewelry box or something, as well represents what? Money and fame. What are the values on this mirror? Money and fame. What are the values on this pedestal? Money and fame. So, and what is this actually sailboat with two sails? Sailboat depends on wind. From where wind is blowing, you adjust your sail and you go in direction you need. And here, a half of sailboat covered with fish. Fish represents very materialistic values at his maternal side. Money. And here we have next program, that person easily changing their opinions, adjusting their opinions and shaping to where wind is blowing from in order to chase their own fish. That's not my opinion. That's how I am translating signs, okay? And symbols. This is what symbols say, not me. You can't say that, oh, fish, this is very spiritual, angelic, fish is connecting you to angels. Well, if it was dolphin, we could talk at least about some kindness, but this fish isn't dolphin. Anyway, I think it's more than enough about this picture, because I'm seeing many more details which I'm not gonna disclose. Okay, interesting movie with all these pictures. And next picture you sent me from some music clip or something. Again, his right side overloaded with a girl wearing green squared outfit. And squared outfits, if people tend to wear often, it represents some problems they have with their ancestors and accepting these ancestors, or ancestors accepting and giving blessings, to next generations. It's always a problem. And here we can see big piano or something like this, huge one. Again, on the top of this piano we can see a lamp, we can see some boxes again, which remind sort of to hide something, I don't know. And above this we can see again some more shells with seashells and stuff. Okay, again this, and one more vacuum cleaner, and in the corner at the right side, in the corner we can see this big greenish plant. I don't know how to call it right, I'm not that great in herbs, but guys, again, the right side is so much overloaded with different objects, and he looks scared. Of course he looks scared. Yeah, he was playing like this in a clip, I know, but nothing a coincidence. And that you send me particular this picture for analysis, also not a coincidence. And to me this is all like a confirmation. About this go ahead, we can see some round, maybe watches or maybe some sort of decoration. Again, and presence of such object indicates what? Presence of mother, her huge influence over his life. Huge influence, and even these opinions forcing on him aggressively. Look at the color of the vacuum cleaner, look at the color of these boxes behind her back. But of course the main thing is this squared outfit she's wearing, which correlates to this plant, big one plant in the corner, with sort of very scary, I would call it looks to me like green hands. Really. And again, about values, we can see some seashells hidden, like secrecy, and boxes are hidden. Or only what we can observe is some sort of lamp under her nose. That's interesting sign, lamp usually says us about this or other sort of knowledge, because light brings knowledge of what's around you. And this lamp under her nose really could be a lot of different meanings here, which not related actually to the topic. It's more to say about maternal programs, but we now just this video call to prove the existence of this negative karma from maternal side. this video just, for this goal, to demonstrate you how you can track at your own pictures as well, because some clients coming to me and asking with which lineage we should work first, with maternal side, with paternal, to do some healing. And from pictures you can see straightforward, okay, what to work with, and in his pictures constantly repeated. And last one picture I wanna show you will be a bit different. No more bookshelves, no more different heavy objects, mirrors, no more, but again, such a clear scene. Remember my video where I analyzed the pictures of Harry Styles and Taylor Swift and why they never meant to be together, let's say, why this never meant to work. I showed you some signs from their pictures, and not only they, as well, were discussing Camille Rowe and his pictures and some other pictures. Anyway, take a look at this picture. Harry here is a central figure, highlighted by this, let's say, red lamp at the middle of the table. And by his left side, we can read scripts from paternal side lineage, and right side is maternal side, and it's karma. Remember I was talking about mirroring couples, and in when we're working with these pictures, this what it is. Couple at the left represents unhealthy scripts from his dad's side, and couple at the right represent unhealthy karmic scripts at his mom's side, from his maternal lineage. So boy guy in a hat, gray hat, it's a mirrored image of Harry himself. From which signs we get in confirmation of it. Take a look at his gray hat. And how often you heard from your moms, like, have you forgotten to wear a hat? It's cold outside. Come back, wear a hat. I'm sure pretty often, all of us. And this over, hyper care, what we call it. Above his head, in a hat, we can see such round disc which reminds us of moon. Again, moon, as you remember from previous videos, is a mother, sign of a mother. And correlation, color correlation, mother's thoughts equal to his thoughts. So we're talking here about programming, about transferring, the mother transferring her own vision, her own lessons, her own thoughts into his head and making him live like her robot. This is unhealthy script from maternal side. So his brain constantly replaced by mom's brain and judgments. Constantly replaced. No brain. This hat, gray hat, cover it all, and a gray disc of moon, sort of gray bluish, over his head. So dominating her thoughts, dominate and make huge impact on his thoughts, like he's losing his own thoughts. From his paternal side, take a look, he's cut it like by a line. He cut it his father long ago. He's cut it from his paternal side. It's too much for him, let's say. But we're looking at the right side again. And what we see in there, what we're not seeing at the left side, a lot of hands, a lot of different hands on the wall. And hence, this is maniacal, let's say maniac desire to control everything, especially own kids. And here we getting another confirmation. Female hand entering male head as she's transferring her thoughts into his head, pushing his head like a puppet where she needs to push. And all these hands around her and him just desire to manipulate and control. Phew, guys. And this is unhealthy pattern from maternal side, which should be held. It had repeated over generations and generations, because now it manifests on the pictures, so strong. Anyway, the head of Harry also at the same field with this moon, let's say, with this, so at same field with mother, and this entire influence of unhealthy maternal karma passed down to him to solve this. And until he figures this out, all this heavy stuff, all this heavy karma, he won't be able to pass karmic lessons which he inherited from his father's side, from his father ancestral lineage, let's say. He won't be able even to get access to these tests, because he had so many tests, karmic tests from his maternal side. And such situationships, they will make life of any person really difficult, and about which happiness in personal relationship we can talk. Never this will happen, never, until we get in such signs at his pictures. Which happy marriage we talking about? There is no karma for happy marriage there. There is no karma for this, simply. Because so many karmic tasks from his maternal side he didn't pass yet. And here, let's take a look at the middle of the table. We can see this red, brown vase or lamp at the center of the table, which reminds me of a phallic symbol, actually. Especially taking into account how he managed to put his hands on the picture, hold his hands. And just next to this phallic symbol, we can see a candle, white candle. Let's call it moon candle, which again, at the picture, on the language of signs and symbols, it represents a maternal influence. And this maternal influence wanna know everything, because what? Candle brings light to everything, no secrets. You will be taking a look around, at the darkest corner, holding your candle, bringing light to everything. So controlling everything, even intimate details. Here we can talk about this. Many more interesting details to say, actually, because each and every of his pictures, it's so talkative. It's like you see an entire movie. You don't need any movie with his participation. Just learn how to read the secret language of signs and symbols, and you will see everything just at one picture, guys. So, and yeah, I would say also what I'm seeing, this man next to Harry, which represents me, which actually a mirror to Harry himself in scripts of maternal karma. We can see his pants, like kid growing up really fast and already pants become short. It looks like this at this picture. And how he holding guitar and this everything, it's so many interesting messages in here. But enough about this. We now are coming to conclusion that no happy marriage for him, no happy relationship for him until he heals his dark karma he inherited from maternal side. So many karmic lessons there to learn, so many. And until then, no further movement. If he will be able to do this, then everything will just work out fine and perfect for him, no doubt. But for now, we have this presence of this heavy karma, and how we can relate this to Brazil. When I did check his natal chart and build a natal chart like him living in London and him living in Brazil and city you asked me about, I haven't seen there what actually made me analyze these all pictures. I haven't seen there any seals of happiness or unhappiness, which could indicate our, when we feel happy at some particular places, when we are having seals of happiness at this city. No, he didn't. No seals of happiness for him in Brazil, in city. I did check 2 cities. No seals of happiness there. No in Brazil, no in Rio. And guys, but I noticed an improvement of 2 planets. When he is moving from England to Brazil, he is improving 2 of his planets in natal chart. Actually, planet number 1, Saturn, moves from 4th house to 6th house. And second planet is a moon, moves from 12th house to 1st house when he is in Brazil. So he is improving 2 very important planets, Saturn and a moon. Saturn is a planet of karma itself, and moon is a planet of relationship with mother, relationship with wife, and so on. So he's improving these 2 aspects. So first, I have built his natal chart after his relocation to Brazil, and I have seen these 2 planets, and I said, wow, to myself, probably being in Brazil, he felt less of this karmic burden from his maternal lineage. He felt it less. It was easier for him because he needn't face this shit being there, being in Brazil. And that's why he loves Brazil that much, and actually enjoying his time here and enjoyed his time there in Brazil. So, and then I asked myself, wow, just 2 planets improved. It's not a significant improvement because the percentage of improvement, planets improvement, 33%. And other planets, they went even worse. But like Sun went worse, Mercury went worse, Mars still neutral, Neptune worse, so Venus worse, Jupiter worse, Pluto neutral. So guys, and I ask myself how much these 2 planets should impact, to which extent they should influence you, that you feel in relief even not at the city where you have your seal of happiness. Just two simple planets. And then I decided, okay, because I am not fan of Harry. I am not like other fans. I'm not checking groups with his pictures. I don't have this shit. I don't have his pictures or something in my newsfeed. I'm not interested in this. So after building this natal chart, I decided, well, okay, let's open few pictures and analyze. And I went to my email. Thanks, Lord, you sent in a lot of his pictures, asking me this or other question about him. I picked just few from there, and one I think from newsfeed came. I think first one came from newsfeed, and here. At each and every picture, I am seeing same script in terms of karma from maternal side and paternal side. So just confirmed. And in Brazil, he felt less of this karma. And I went on to think, I didn't make a search on his pictures while he was in Brazil. But somehow I'm sure that we would be able to see this even at his pictures from Brazil, that less of heavy objects from his right side, less of dark everything, less of manipulative something. So less of this heavy burden of maternal karma. But anyway, that's already long analysis, guys. Thank you for your attention. If you want to understand secret language of pictures more, hit subscribe button and support this video with your comments, with your likes, with your shares, because the more you want it, the more I'm sharing this knowledge with you, so you can apply this in your own life, trying to make it better. And see you soon, I hope. Bye bye.